Alright, my name's Nathan, and I'm going to be doing some tape review of Kurai versus Vulcan, board v board. This is from April of this year, 2022, and let's check it out. Kurai is a fighter who I've been kind of keeping track of for a long time, only had a chance to fight once, and excited to see him do his thing. And Vulcan, I love the Red Fang shield cover, I love that band a lot. So let's give it a watch.
Start.
So, the stab, I think, is always a neat idea. I think it's something that's always super fun when it works. Yeah, we just throwing that stab right into Kurai being chambered for it. Just swing directly over the top of it. Yeah, I think this might be a little bit telegrammed by how low this tip is here. I feel like it's kind of natural to chamber to respond over the top like Kurai does here if you see somebody's tips that go that low and start to step in. Let's see. Yeah, landed a shot over the top there. And there, Kurai, you and I were just talking about this, but kind of showing off here that kind of stylistic thing, that choice to really stand in that zone and engage in that grinding zone almost. Yeah. Very confident standing there and trading in the pocket. Just manages to land that pop shot over the top. And trade for an unfortunate next strike. Yeah. Is that a trade it looked like maybe? Maybe a hair in Kurai's favor on timing. That's very good. This is something that this kind of setup, this is like a like depth feint, a like reach feint. I know people have opinions on like feints, bait setups, and their exact definitions, but whatever you want to call this is one of the like very first shots that I was able to land as an actual like combo. When I was a maturing fighter. This straight pop to the shield here kind of freezes your opponent. I feel like you're giving them some stimuli, and they're getting the block on it, which makes them feel safe. So when you throw what looks kind of similar to the same shot, but a little bit further and turning over, that your follow-up, yep, just didn't get that shield quite high enough. Yeah, very good. I love that shot. That's one of the bread and butters for me, but I think Kurai probably throws it a lot better. Yep, very good. Freeze him high, throw the reverse wrap. Slow that exchange down a little bit. These guys are so fast. So we got the straight cross chop kind of to initiate the interaction. Go deep way outside. That looks like it bounced off the shield and didn't quite pick up the leg. Yeah, we turn over, kind of deflect off the shield and down. High cross. That's a neat stab. That might be body right there. Trade body for an elbow. Hard to tell from this angle if that was actually arm or body. That could have been outside. It may have just landed well at all. Let's see how they call it out here. Yeah, I thought so. It looked like that. It looked like that cool little stab was there, and that was a very tight little. One of the things I definitely admire about watching Kurai fight here is the shortness and the crispness of these shots. You know. Yeah. It was a little bit reachy there, but he was also moving backwards. But yeah, you know, a very not a lot of overcommitment I'm seeing here. Yes, I think I stabbed you. Yeah, yes. Also talking about just gear, I love talking about gear a whole lot. I'm really digging the low strap, looks like a 24-inch round. Most of the low strap users I know who are average sized people, like really kind of bulk them up to 26, 28, 30. You know, I know a fighter who I believe is 6'3", 6'4", and I think he has like a 32 to 36, a huge low strap round. And I like the small low strap here. It's a cool choice. Classic smaller punch for Vulcan. Yeah, sink in the little choppy there. Yeah, I really enjoy seeing your patience, Kurai. Like, just willing to just stand there and be like, yep, 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 I'm safe. None of this stuff's really threatening. Yeah, good. Again, you know, kind of like maybe Kurai starting to notice that this this board side shoulder is maybe kind of on right now. Yeah. Just a clean 1-2. Boom. Yep. Drop the body. Drop my weight low. Freeze you low. Tap up high. Okay. I think this is one of the situations where fighting with a low strap really benefits you whenever you're legged on the ground here. Because your dead leg is just a solid, like, you know, an additional shield against so many angles of striking. And you have that, you know, offset higher guard, so people trying to pop over the top of you are going to have a little bit more media in the way to have to deal with. Yep, good calm exchange. I like the idea. Just noting, I like the idea of standing on your shield there, almost as like a positive reference point, so you don't accidentally step on it and slip. Yeah, just drilling for that over the top. Yeah, I know I've been talking about Kurai a whole lot here, but things like this, like what Vulcan does, pop, pop. Like, I think I'm really kind of guilty of that. These don't strike me as real shots. These are strikes to, like, initiate the interaction, to initiate the exchange. Pop, pop. Like, he's not moving his feet around left or right, back and forth. He's kind of just sitting there right when he's throwing them. Yeah, his body is not leaning one way or the other. These shots seem very just, you know, only coming from the arm. And so, yeah, that might be correct or not correct mechanics, but as far as what I think your perception does when it just sees that just the arm itself is moving, especially without any kind of, like, footwork happening, these are just fakes. These are just static. And I know that I'm really guilty of this because I definitely have a kind of approach where I like to get my opponent throwing shots at me so I can land shots on them. So I will throw things like this all the time just to try to initiate an exchange. And I think it can get you punished a whole lot, especially against guys like Kurai who have demonstrated that if you just throw these staticky shots, not static as in not motion, but static as in like these, you know, buzzing, annoying, weak intent shots, He's just going to stand there and let him slide off. And, you know, just with how far out the arm is extended here, yeah, I think that even here, if Kurai had been like a little bit closer or a little bit more readied for it, he could have picked this arm. I don't mean to like hyper focus on this, but I'm just like noticing myself and some of what Vulcan is doing here. Yeah. Kurai does a thing. I'm gonna throw a shot that's like never destined to really hit anything. Immediately cross chop directly like into a strong point of guard. And like right here, if Kurai had been just a little bit, maybe just a little bit further to his left or a little bit higher with his sword guard, this is just an easy arm pick. Anyway, not to dwell too much on that. Just saw that and thought it was interesting. Yeah, just like that. Pop, pop, pop. Like if you're trying to get somebody to move, you're gonna have to throw shots that are threatening. And I know that you have to hit this balance, because if you're overextending on your openers to make them threatening, if you start feeling like you have to reach, then you're just opening yourself up to a whole other line of bullshit. But you gotta find that mix of, if you're wanting to open an exchange to pitter-patter ABC back and forth, you have to be able to throw things that are going to get the stimuli you want, the response that you want. And so they have to be threatening. Like this. None of these are ever meant to hit. These are shots to try to like freeze Kurai up to escape. Not a lot of intent, you know, behind these shots. Just throwing to throw. Yep, they're a bit cooler of an exchange. Yeah, there's that triple tap, static. Yeah, was that good over the top? I'm not quite sure who came out on top on that one. Even in slow-mo, foam fighting is hard to track sometimes. Okay, pop down. Maybe just hit a dude in the leg here? Like, you know, Vulcan, if this is like those staticky shots that you like to kind of throw for that dark sidey area, that sword side like hip pocket on Kurai here, I think sometimes it's perfectly fine to just option into a leg. In fact, I watched some footage of Ferrix doing this neat shot where he would throw super, like it looked like it was going to be a super deep dark side, but in fact he's tagging that front leg as he's lunging into the back leg. And so this is a situation where if you have somebody like Kurai who seems to like square up and want to exchange in you inside of this pocket, if you have a shot that flubs, if you're trying to like throw static and it's not working, just throw that flub into a leg, you know, pick up something at least. This person in the background looks huge. Maybe it's just a perspective. Sorry, I'm distracted. Kurai. I don't know how there it is, but, you know, from this angle, this last little twitch you did, man, there's just like a millisecond where if somebody was really sly, as you shrug that shield over, they'd come up and pop you right there, but they'd have to be very quick. Big sky hook kind of wrap, maybe. Yeah, it looks like Vulcan got picked apart there, but I think those kinds of shots, those kind of exchanges at least, are like meaningful and threatening. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that kind of like, that was kind of a neat, like almost offbeat. Like, you kind of, like, staggered there for a second, and that's sometimes all it really takes. Vulcan does. You know, like, Kurai is in the process of moving to his right, and Vulcan literally just kind of sits there and just lets him walk past his center line. Boom. Small opening to hit right there, too. Okay, alright. Yep. That's a hard one, man. As a center grip fighter myself, that's that little like down like set motion and to pop to your shield side shoulder. Oh, it's easy to get faked out. You just like track with your shield for a second when you shouldn't, and yeah, you're getting popped on top of the body. Choking up on the sword. I'm not sure if this is the first time I've noticed or if he just did it. Yeah, we're down choked. Maybe. Yeah, down choked. Let's see what Vulcan does with this kind of gear shift on his sword grip. Choked up. Are we going to stay that way? Nope, sliding back down. Okay. I'm always interested. Oh, maybe staying up. Okay. Maybe going for some reverse wrap work here. Oh! That's the name of the game sometimes. Sometimes you just punch your buddy in the face on accident. Near enough. Yeah. Let's get that one more time in extra super slow-mo. Hey, friend, you want to fight today? Oh, hey, oops. Oh, sorry, man. You don't gotta take that. Nice. Bit of a reach there, you know. Talking about Kurai's Stone Mountain horse stance. This is like one of those situations where like this absolutely works. I know it feels weird to like critique the thing that works, but I guess it's not that much of an extension out. It looks like you're kind of locked out on your front knee here, but this is something where maybe instead of having to follow him quite so far as he is going out, you just step in and follow, you know? Especially because you're so good at staying in that like close range exchange. This might be a spot where you just choose to step in. But, you know, it worked out. It's hard to argue with W's. But, alright. I'll get this uploading.